Hey, it's Jim. It's Thursday, January the 20th. Just got a 395 XP in. I don't really know anything about it. The guy said that he tried to start it a couple years ago and he thought it fired, but it wouldn't run. I messed around and kind of suspecting maybe the flywheel spun a bit, but anyway, I've checked. Compression is low. It's about 90. I did throw some fuel in the cylinder, and yeah, I didn't even really get her to sputter. So anyways, one of the things that guys can use to help troubleshoot saws is the pressure and vac test, and a lot of guys skip that, especially on reassembly. It's actually something for most parts suppliers or manufacturers that they require that process to be done on reassembly to ensure that there are no air leaks. With these two-stroke motors and chainsaws, they have to be basically a sealed unit or sealed system, so anywhere that it's going to end up pulling in air where it shouldn't be gives it a lean condition, so it's not actually creating enough vacuum to pull the correct amount of fuel through the carburetor. So that can be any of these locations, whether it's the plug or the decomp valve that's not sealing, an impulse line, carb boots quite often are a spot, base gasket around the base of the cylinder somewhere, and then the crank seals on either side as well. So anyway, so I was just gonna kind of show that. So what you do is you seal off your exhaust, your intake, and the impulse. With this one, I'm going to end up using the impulse to supply either a source of pressure or vacuum. Okay, so normally about 7 psi of pressure, and the expectation is that it's going to hold it without dropping for 1 minute, and this one does do that. And then for vacuum, it's about 7 inches of mercury. That's the scale for vacuum, but same situation is you're expecting that to hold. Quite often you can build pressure but not vacuum, and that usually indicates that it's your crank seals. But anyways, if you do end up with any leaks when you pressure test it, you go around with a squirty bottle of water, and you're looking for the bubbles to form basically. So often a source, I'll just pressure it up again here, so get rid of the vacuum. Often one of the locations that I find leaks is around the decompression relief valves, and if you're gonna see that, quite often just a little squirty on there, and you'll see the bubbles coming up. I'll just apply a little pressure, but anyway, hopefully you can see the bubbles. And always listening, of course, too, for clues if you do have an issue. That one is actually maybe it was just because I messed with it, but it is giving a little bit of yeah, you can see it there. So there is a little bit escaping there. Again, mostly it's kind of the carbon buildup that forms pretty much anywhere in that combustion chamber, including the base of the decomp, so that is a source. Anyway, just thought I'd share that. It's pretty easy to take shortcuts, and what can happen then is one obvious source, or one source that you would find when you do your reassembly, by taking the extra 15 or 20 minutes to do a pressure and vac test, can be the difference between a saw either running decently or not, and also seizing once it's put right back into service. So it is an important step. Okay, thanks.